Hello. I make this for anyone who wants to just sit back and listen to someone talk, or sit back and hear about me and what I think, or just watch me make some Blanc, which is a chicken stock. So I will just be making a little chicken stock out of some butchered, or I guess it would be more Cornish hen stock, rather, but almost the same thing. So I'll be lightly narrating what I'm doing, but I think I'll just be rambling on and talking about whatever comes to my mind. So I just butchered this little Cornish hen, and we have our scraps here. And all I'm going to do is chop up some mirepoix, which is a combination of onions, celery, and some carrots. Add some herbs and what we call a bouquet garni, and then make a nice little stock. And that's one of the things I really liked learning from culinary school, how to make this stock, because it is such a simple thing, but from what I hear, at least in terms of freshman classes, it's what you start off with making every lab. And while it might get a little tedious for us students, I can understand why that they reinforce it so much throughout the entirety of freshman year. It's such an important foundation, because you, at least in the Johnson and Wales context, you're making the stock after you've just butchered a whole chicken, which is a skill in and of itself, which I loved learning how to do. And all I'm doing is actually putting, I don't even know why I peeled this, because I can just put the skins right in the pot right there, and it just adds a little bit more flavor, and it gives the stock just a little bit more personality, if you will. So we use a little bit of onion, and back to what I was saying, the chefs love to just be able to reinforce the best they can, but chicken butchery is such a basic foundation of culinary arts, and it's, pardon me, and you get so much out of one thing, and I think that's really important in culinary arts. You can make many things out of one thing. Here, let me wash these off. I will speak loudly enough so hopefully that you can hear me. I will stop when the water's running. You can get so many things out of this one animal, and I think that's so powerful of a message, that you can create many things out of one simple thing, and then of those simple things you can then create many more things. It's such an interesting concept, and it's so just good to have as a feeling that I, as a chef, as an aspiring chef, can do whatever I want with the ingredients placed before me, and I can make a great dish, and out of this great dish I can then make another great dish if I wanted to. If I was so inclined and so creative, I could do that if I wanted to. And then, going back to the chicken, we make the stock at the beginning of every class, not only to use throughout the entirety of production, but again to reinforce that idea of you can create many things out of nothing. And I really did like college this year. College is so different from high school. It is so much more free. I loved living at home, but I also love being independent. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a very independent person and like doing things by myself. And I like doing things on my own, and I really don't like asking for help. That's just who I am, and it's just in my nature. So pardon me while I take a little drink. And right now we have pretty full pot. We're getting there. We are certainly getting there. So at this point, what I'm going to do is just put in our chicken scraps, get everything that I can, put in our chicken scraps, and then at this point, we're going to make what's called a bouquet garni, which is just a bunch of herbs put in a little sachet. So we're going to get some cheesecloth, cut that off right at that point. We really don't need a lot. And, you know, if Chef Oxtolis was watching this, he would kill me, because not only did I not peel my carrots and throw in my onion skins, but I am not using butcher's twine. I'm just going to wrap it up and throw it in there. So Chef Oxtolis, if you do have any problem with that, blame Chef Lucier. Both of which are amazing chefs and amazing men, and I am forever grateful that I got to learn under them. They taught me so very much, and another reason why I love college so much, because you have these professionals that have spent 30 plus years not only teaching, but they have spent an enormous amount of time just mastering their craft, which I respect and appreciate so much, because they're just there, at least the ones that I have, and I've only had 2, so I can't speak for everyone and all the chefs and their experiences, but the 2 chefs I've had have had so much useful life experience that they are just so more than willing to bestow upon you as a learner. And it's so different than high school. It's so different from a high school teacher, because even though I'm not able to form as much of a connection as I am with, say, my old AP US history teacher, I certainly am able to connect with them on a different level, and a level of appreciation for the trade, and a level of wanting to master this craft. And it's like a subtle respect thing, and it's hard to explain, but we all respect food so much, and we all respect each other for respecting our food, and that's why we call them chefs, because they have earned the title of being a chef. They have earned that privilege, and that's why we call them chefs, and that's why they call each other chefs, which I always find so interesting. They never, yeah, that's just it. So, this bouquet garni was made up of bay leaves, peppercorns, some parsley stems, not the actual parsley stems, and fresh thyme. And all I'm going to do is wrap it up and just put it in a tie, because even when I had Chef Lucy here, he wouldn't even make us do a bouquet garni, and usually they are absolutely beautiful. This is just absolutely terrifying, and we're just gonna put that right here. We're just gonna plop that in, and then we're gonna fill this with cold water, not hot. Make sure it is cold, because that it takes away from the albumin, or it mitigates the effect of the albumin in the chicken wings, or I'm sorry, just the chicken, poultry, whatever you're using. So that was a short little video. Certainly was interesting, but certainly something to listen to for 8 minutes and 12 seconds for whoever's listening. At least that's what the time is showing at the time of this recording. So I hope you enjoyed listening. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and who knows? Maybe there'll be more in the future. Who's to say? But either way, I don't even know. Cheers.